Good afternoon, everybody. Is it not just a gorgeous day outside today? It is Wednesday, May 15th. Welcome to Live with MJ. We have a great show, as we always do, this Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. Let's just jump right in today. First and foremost, let's give you the latest update on our hanging baskets and our flowers. They are coming in next week. Not on Friday, the typical Friday before Memorial Day weekend. They will be here Tuesday, May 21st. We are pretty sure they will be here by noon, so anytime after noon. And we will also be delivering them or handing them out at Mary Fisher Park, which is the park on San Juan Street, which is directly east of the Chamber of Commerce on that road. So you would turn by Healing Waters Salon and Spa. So turn there. We will have directional signage for you. Please adhere to the signage. We would like one way in and one way out, so there's not traffic trying to come in and out of everywhere of the park. So please try and follow the signage so we can make it a great experience for all of you. I know it's been very chaotic at the Chamber parking lot. So thanks to Parks and Rec with the town of Pagosa Springs for allowing us to use that facility so close to the Chamber. And we'll be out there. Let's just pray for a really good day as well. Good weather. So we'll be out there on May 21st with the 12-inch baskets. Now on May 30th, after Memorial Day weekend, our 16-inch baskets will be available. You will be able to pick those up here at the Visitor Center parking lot. So mark those two dates down in your calendar. 12-inch baskets on May 21st, 16-inch baskets on May 30th, two different locations. So please, we're getting ready. It's going to be beautiful. So now we're hoping we'll have some great weather, so all those baskets will stay beautiful. Let's talk also about our business happy hour this month. This is the third annual Downtown Parade of Chamber Businesses that will be hosting this annual huge event. We have 15 chamber businesses in the downtown area on Main Street and Lewis Street participating this year. We're so excited. Thanks to our leaders at Footprints, Dallas and Kay, for spearheading this annual event. We're sending out some information, so I'm not going to tax you right now with all that information. There'll be different locations that you can certainly register at. And as we get closer to the event, we'll talk about that as well. But there'll be food at every location. There'll be a scavenger hunt. The prizes are phenomenal. And we have a special time. It will be from 4:30 in the afternoon until 7:30 in the evening. Typically it's 5 to 7, and that was some information that went out last week. That is incorrect. New information will come out this week. It is 4:30 in the afternoon till 7:30, because we want you to finish up that scavenger hunt and get entered in to a prize from every one of those businesses. So thank you so much to our downtown business community that are chamber members and participating in this event. Now, this Saturday, we all know this business. It is iconic in this community and has been around for years, but they've made some changes with their business model, and they have downsized somewhat and moved to a new location. So we're going to be at the Pagosa Lodge this Saturday at 11 o'clock, and we're going to be congratulating the Choke Cherry Tree on their new location in the Pagosa Lodge. That's another one you don't want to miss, folks, because you know Janelle, she always has some great activities planned. So there's going to be some chocolate dipping. There's going to be snacks, not even snacks, like street tacos available. There'll also be samples. It's the same absolutely fabulous chocolate, just a new location, but we want you to know where they are. So please join us Saturday at 11 o'clock for their ribbon cutting. So congratulations to them. While you have your calendar out, let's mark the following Saturday, which is May 25th. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, we will be welcoming the new owners of what used to be High Altitude, but is now called Higher Altitude. And they have a great retail store as well as that. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about it, but axe throwing. I might try it. So we'll see. But we'll have axe throwing and great shopping at Higher Altitude on May 25th at 10 a.m. for their ribbon cutting. So lots of things going on. Now, here's a business information. This is for all event promoters, locations that may have a venue where you have events at your venue, and also all food trucks. On May 23rd at 9 in the morning at the Ross Aragon Community Center, the Chamber will be hosting a meeting with the Pagosa Fire Protection District and Archuleta County Public Health on some new regulations that they have on events. So if you, either you as the event promoter or somebody in your organization should, or your food truck should be attending this meeting. They will be going over the new guidelines for events and food truck vendors, as well as there will be a good amount of time set aside for question and answers. The time and date again is Thursday, May 23rd. Let me make sure about that. Yep. Thursday, May 23rd, and that's at 9 a.m. from 9 until 10:30 at the Ross Aragon Community Center. If you are not able to attend that meeting, you can contact us, and we do have a Zoom link that we can send you. And we will not be recording it, but we will be hosting it with a live feed. So please remember that. There's, again, lots of things coming up. For all of you prom goers, remember that this weekend on May 18th is the Second Chance Prom held by the Pagosa Community Initiative. That's going to be at the Community Center from 7 until 10 in the evening. Lots of fun for that. If you had a really bad prom, you might want to try all over again with the person that you really want to go to prom with. So lots of fun, great music, great food, great organization. Rebecca was with us last week. Please just join us on May 18th as well for the Second Chance Prom. So, you know, we do have a lot of events coming up, and we want to welcome somebody new into our community. We have some really mainstay organizations here in Pagosa Springs. And, you know, we take care of all of us on 2 feet. And there is that wonderful organization that takes care of all our 4-legged friends. And that, of course, is the Humane Society of Pagosa Springs. That organization welcomes a new executive director. And so we welcome to our community and to your position, Elizabeth Kirwin. Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Pagosa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. That was really exciting listening to everything that you've got going on. I want a flower
There is
basket.
not a dull moment here in Pagosa Springs, I will tell you. You will find that out very quickly. Well, Elizabeth, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where are you coming from? And, you know, we all like animals, but there certainly is a talent to running a humane society or animal rescue organizations. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. I have a little over 18 years of animal welfare experience. It's a second career. I walked out of my first career wanting to go do something that actually brought me some value in my soul versus just my bank account, which of course, when you go into nonprofit, that goes away. So you just, it has to mean something to you. But it was, yeah, I left a career in marketing and finance and decided to start my own rescue organization, actually in West Texas. And I built my own rescue down there and worked with the town and the city, working with their very large shelter, county shelter, And that's kind of where I got my feet wet and learned the ins and outs of animal welfare. Ended up back here in Colorado and ran a shelter over in Ridgeway on the Western Slope for almost 9 years. And the last 3 years, I was over in Colorado Springs working for National Mill Dog Rescue, working on puppy mill rescuing. And I just very much needed to get back to the mountains. I wanted to be back on the Western Slope, and I was very fortunate to find this opening when I was ready to go. So I'm very excited to be here. I love the community. Obviously, I think everybody who comes here says they want to live here. So it was kind of, and I'm very familiar with the, you know, the environment, just because it's similar to Ridgeway and Ouray, that area enough that.
Yeah, well, great communities. You know, I do have a past with the Humane Society, and this is a milestone year for the organization. You all are celebrating 40 years of existence. Tell us a little bit about, again, a milestone. Are you doing anything special this year?
Yeah, well, that's another reason that it was very made me so excited about coming here, hearing that an organization that's been serving the community and the community's animals for 40 years says something. So very excited about that. And the anniversary, we are doing a few things this year, and we'll have some you know, some programs come out in the next couple months. But our big save the date, now that we have it, is August 10th. We are going to have our 40th anniversary party. And I don't think I'm supposed to give away yet what it's going to be, but it's going to be super fun.
Okay.
So that's on August 10th, an evening event fundraiser. And, you know, everything around the 40 years, we're hoping to share stories. And of course, you know, I'm so excited. It was so fun talking to you the other day. I'm so excited to talk to people who have been with the organization for a while and know a lot of the history. I've done a lot of reading, but there's a lot more for me to go. But yeah, so it's very exciting. That's going to be a fun event. We did, one of the things I wanted to mention, it's also our 30th anniversary auction for the animals, which is another incredible feat for a nonprofit to be able to keep a fundraiser like that going, and people are reaching out on a daily basis. So it obviously was very exciting for the businesses to be involved, because I have people calling me wanting to, you know, donate for it. We don't want to compete with the two. We don't want the two events to compete with each other. So this year we are going to have the auction a little later in the year, the online auction, so that it can stand on its own and kind of run pre-holidays, so that it can be good for gift giving. So we are definitely going to, you know, have our 30th combined with our 40th and have a big, hopefully have both events be super fun and successful, and you know, an homage to the work that the organization has done for 40 years, and for all the organizations who have supported us for 30 years in an online auction, which is incredible.
Yeah, super fun to have put that together, and it certainly morphed over the years. So, but still a very successful event, and glad to see that. Now, you all have an event coming up this weekend, a little bit more specific, not for gift giving or anything, but focused on our four-legged friends.
Yes. One of the things that's really important to me, and that I'm going to be trying to help us develop even more, is our programs that service the community. We do a really good job of taking care of the animals that come in to our shelter at the moment, but we can continue to expand on our programs that reach outside the shelter in order to hopefully keep animals from coming in the shelter. And, you know, animal welfare right now has lost about 8 years worth of forward momentum in terms of capacity within shelters. That, you know, everybody has more animals than they're adopting out. Most shelters are full, and we know that you can't adopt your way out of it. You can't spay and neuter your way out of it. You can't service your way out of a program. You have to do it all in order to get back to a place where we can service the community in terms of all the animals who need a shelter at the moment. We've got to help keep animals out of the shelter. And so it's providing things like this clinic on Saturday is a low cost vaccine clinic that's just open to the public from 12 to 2 out at our shelter. And again, the idea is hopefully for folks who either can't afford it or just haven't been able to get it in their schedule to get to a vet, if we can start at the very basics and get our animals vaccinated, especially for parvo and distemper for dogs, which I understand we do have some, we've had issues in the community with parvo, and distemper is always a concern this part of the country. So yeah, we're real excited about being able to offer that. We have some amazing vets coming out to help us launch it, obviously, and a lot of great volunteers who are going to help us come do it. It's a very simple process. Hand in hand with that, we also have a very full food bank right now, which is also designed to, help provide people who otherwise would be strained to be able to feed their animals. So on Saturday, you're welcome to come out, get your vaccines, pick up some food. Any other time, just call the shelter and mention to them that you'd like to come pick up a bag of dog food or cat food, and we are happy to provide it.
Okay. And if you're on the other end of that spectrum and you would like to donate, are you still accepting food items for animals?
Absolutely.
And how might somebody go about doing that?
Absolutely. You can do it a few ways. You can always go on to our Amazon wish list. The best thing is probably to go to the website, which is just pagosahumane.org. And everything, will kind of guide you how to do different things, but you can always use an Amazon wish list to just send food that way. That's easy sometimes. Or just run by Chow Down and, if you have an extra bag. Okay. Often Chewy, I know when people order food from Chewy, if they'll often replace it, if you tell them, if for some reason your dog doesn't like it and you tell them you want to return it, they'll say give it to a nonprofit organization, and they'll just send you something else. So anything, just they can bring it out to the shelter, they can drop it off the thrift store here, and we'll be sure it gets over to the shelter.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we could spend all afternoon talking about all the efforts of the Humane Society, but thank you for giving us a quick rundown and a glimpse into what it will be happening later on this summer. And most importantly, thank you for joining our community. Congratulations on your position as the director of the Humane Society. Really a staple nonprofit organization in our community. And thank you so much. And again, welcome. We look forward to seeing you on many more live streams and of course at our events throughout the community.
Can I mention one more thing, Mary Jo? I don't want to forget.
Go for it, Elizabeth.
We still have time tonight to go have dinner at Kip's.
Oh, yeah.
They are our sponsor, our partner restaurant this month. So we went and had lunch. It was wonderful. So if you haven't had dinner yet, go have dinner at Kip's tonight. And a portion of their proceeds tonight comes back to the shelter and to our dogs, our animals.
We have a meeting tonight. I'm going to go get appetizers for the meeting. There you go. Good. Thanks for the reminder on that. Kip's and the restaurant day today with a percentage of the money going back to the Humane Society. Thanks so much for that reminder. And thank you all for joining us today. We had a busy show with lots of stuff to talk about. Please don't forget to go to the Chamber website where a lot of these events are listed on our events calendar. And if you as an events coordinator have not listed your event on the Chamber website, please do so, because so many people go to that calendar to plan their summer, locals as well as visitors, and we want people to support your event. Thank you for joining us today. We hope we see you again next week. We'll have another exciting guest. Have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget your hanging baskets are just around the corner. We'll see everybody soon. Thank you.